What's up, guys? This video is going to be a super rudimentary guide on how to make your buildings look a bit better. There are many other tricks I don't talk about in this video, but this is more so for people who can't really build at all and just want to know how to make their box houses look a lot better. Let's just get into it. You can kind of get a sneak peek of the second one here, but this is the base build that we'll be working with today, and we'll be upgrading with every addition. So this is pretty standard. I could 100% see so many players building this. Pretty standard, but also pretty ugly. So I am just gonna, let me give you a full 360 actually. There's nothing special really. Let me give you the first upgrade, and it's extremely simple. Just make your houses 3 blocks tall. It's nice for being able to jump in them and walk on beds, but also it just makes it feel so much roomier without even adding very much. It's the most simple thing. If you're making a build that you plan to live in and you're not making at least 3 blocks tall, what are you doing? Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is also very simple. Please build your houses with at least one bit of elevation, one block of elevation. It makes it appear a lot bigger. It makes building, let me actually test out the time today. It makes building the floor easier because you don't have to mind the dirt or whatever materials under your base. And it just makes it look nicer, it makes it look more grand, and gives it some kind of depth. Speaking of depth, honestly, this is probably the biggest addition. Please, guys, please add depth to your builds. Don't be doing things where you put the log beams inside the house. It looks bad. Just build them 1 block out diagonally. See how much more defined of a shape that is? It makes it look so much better. Oh, but don't worry, we're going to get in the inside fairly soon. It just makes it look so much better. This is a must-have. This is probably one of the most important elements today. Next one. Please vary your blocks. Please don't make your houses only an oak palette or only a spruce palette. At least put different shades of wood in there. If you're using cobblestone, use normal stone. Use andesite. Use stone bricks. Use other gray blocks. Don't just stick to one material. It makes your builds look very boring. And also, I'll be getting into with this next tip. This is also very important, but also probably the hardest tip. Please give your house a roof and make it a different fundamental color. I'm not saying, oh, you have spruce and oak? Okay, make the roof dark oak. No, that won't look great because it still kind of blends in. This, and especially with these darker colors, it kind of pulls your eye to the brighter colors in the middle, which makes your base look better. This is probably also the most simple roof you can build. It's just 1 block overhang, cobblestone stairs, not even slabs on top. Also, please make your roofs overhang or it looks awful. This just makes it look a lot better and a lot less like a box. That's a majority of what I'm talking about in this video. Don't make your house look like a box. Again, the inside is still the same. I did change the floor to be spruce planks. So it looks better. That's just like a consistency tip. This makes it already, this house, this is passable in my eyes. It's fine. But the next tip really elevates it. And I've actually included 2 in this. Guys, please add greenery and use unique light sources. First of all, greenery, when I'm saying that, I'm talking about oak leaves, even just bone mealing the plants around, use vines, just spray them around, do it randomly. It makes it look a lot nicer, or unless you're doing like a futuristic build, where it's like super modern, you don't have to do that. But for a house like this, I highly recommend adding some greens. You can even do plant tricks with this, with the moss. You don't really have to though. It's more of a suggestion. But yeah, please just add some greens. And the lighting, lanterns will always look nicer than torches. I didn't implement lanterns in the house here because honestly, I understand not having lanterns if your house is small. That's like, if there was a lantern here, it'd stop you from getting on here. It gives you less walking space, and you have to add, it's a lot of stuff, but please, on the outside of your house, always use lanterns when you can. It's so much nicer. And now I'm going to get into my final tip, probably the most important. Detailing is what matters, probably most in a build. You need to detail, or the build just won't look good. Like, even you can see up here, I just added mossy cobblestone stairs, very small addition, but it makes it look so much more green and lush. I just added these 2 spruce planks. It makes it feel more intertwined with the environment, I believe. You can even go without them, I don't really care. It's just an example, really. Please, guys. The back is what's changed the most, I will say. You notice I have a texture pack with the glass. I would not recommend using glass unless you have a texture pack that connects them. Unless it's like white stained glass doesn't look bad. Don't really use glass too much, especially over a really large area. It just doesn't look good. But you can see what I did here. I have extra trapdoors that act as blinds. I added the bushes and the dark oak sapling and the trapdoors. You can see the vines are growing now. And now I'm going to talk about the inside. Overall, I think the outside, compare it to the first part of the house, this is like 10 times better. And it's just a few simple tricks. Okay. Now, it looks 10 times better. I'm going to be explaining what I did here. First of all, boom, carpet. Carpet's always great to fill an area. You can do patterns with them. It's super cool. Paintings are always fine to have. There's no harm in adding a painting as long as it's not like overly large and takes up too much space. I changed the storage PD barrels. Barrels are more aesthetically pleasing in 99% of cases. I added dark oak trapdoors instead of spruce trapdoors for contrast, but even spruce trapdoors look fine here if we were just testing out. Yeah, they also look fine. I think dark oak just adds more contrast. The stair can function as like a desk. The potted plant makes it feel more alive, adds more green into the room. I changed the furnace for a smoker, and I put a rail on top of it. That gets it to kind of look like a stove. If you really want to, what I love doing, you can put, let me see if this works. I believe you can put a campfire under it, and it'll look like it's a smoking stove, and that's a really nice visual effect. You can see I still kept the torches. I want to emphasize it's fine to use torches in your base. I even put barrels under the bed. It looks nice. It's pretty seamless with the spruce. All very simple stuff, really. And this is just for people who every time they built a base, it's always just like an oak square. That's literally it. Oak planks. Maybe oak pillars in the corners, but they're flush with the walls. Guys, please just put in these tips and your houses will look 10 times better. I can promise you that. That's all I have to say for this video. It's very short, very quick. Let me know if you found this video useful. Hopefully this was informative. I feel I can make a part 2 to this. There's so much more, but this is really just the simplest stuff. Okay, bye.